Now, as we shift gears, it's important to note that we have incredible partnerships. And due to COVID-19, we've seen the needs of our program participants grow, but we've also seen the community step up and provide partnership. And so our programs and partnerships have grown. And I'm going to turn the microphone to Janet. Janet, can you share with us how Inspiritus Financial Opportunity Center went from serving refugee families in Clarkston, Georgia, to serving thousands of people from Georgia and Tennessee who were facing the hardships from the pandemic?
John, it was pretty amazing. Our wonderful staff in Clarkston quickly pivoted in 2020 to focus on serving families suffering these financial hardships due to COVID and loss of work. 4,336 individuals from Georgia and Tennessee reached out to our team and received $1.6 million in rent and utility assistance. A single mother of two boys who had her car repossessed after falling behind on payments, thankfully, due to this team, did not lose her home and kept her lights on after receiving assistance. Another recipient, Linda, told us, "You saved us from eviction." She had seen her neighbors being evicted across the street. Now, at the same time that was happening, hundreds of families here in Middle Tennessee lost their homes from this devastating tornado. And it hit in the middle of the night on March 2nd and ran 60 miles from Nashville to Cookeville. Now, I'm truly grateful to be a part of this expanding Inspiritus team because we care for families, and whether it's hunger or financial hardships or pandemics or disasters, this team works together to help folks go from surviving to thriving. John and Sherry, I wonder if you could talk about the organizations that came together in Middle Tennessee and the difference they made.
Well, Janet, I was thinking just about the outpouring of support following a tornado that ran from Nashville all the way to Cookeville back last spring, and the flood that impacted Waverly just only a matter of weeks ago. And the outpouring of support is phenomenal. And yet, at the same time, there needs to be an organizing force. And so we've been fortunate to be at ground zero in each of those places, to be an organizing force, but to also work with incredible partners like the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, the Southeastern Synod right here, a series of churches across a 4-state region, to work with Lutheran Disaster Response, as well as the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. But that's not the end of it. The churches and the houses of worship and the various different faith groups that we've been able to work with is humbling. And we've worked with corporate partners like Thrive Financial. We've also worked with Home Depot, and then other great nonprofit partners like various United Ways and community foundations. So all of them working together have joined with us to help us really ensure that people move from surviving to thriving. Sherry, what would you add?
I just want to say that with the tornado again through Nashville and Cookeville, that thank you to all of our Lutheran partners and corporate partners and sponsors and everyone else. We were able to take that $1 million that was raised, and with that, we brought in 579 volunteers and was able to provide 15,978 hours to help them with their repair and the rebuild and getting ready to move on with their lives. And with that, as Virginia had stated earlier, we've now repaired 54 homes and built 5 new homes, and we're still working. So yes, our partners have been a huge, huge part of our journey in being able to help.